Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, before I begin my presentation, I would like to thank all of you all for putting away your busy schedule and putting your time here to be here to listen to my presentation as well as other candidates. I would also like to give my special thanks to those who have supported me throughout my journey, throughout this election period, as well as those who have supported me throughout my uni life. Because, to be honest, let's face it, my presence here today on this stage is very highly unlikely, and it's very unexpected by most of you all. And so, the only question here is, why am I running for president? And why am I running president alone? And the bigger question is, why am I even running in the first place? So to answer that question, right? Oh, sorry. Okay. So why am I running for president? To answer that question, let me tell you all a story. Okay, can I have a show of hands here? How many of y'all are from JC? Okay, so I assume that most of y'all from JC. Okay, so it's the same as most of y'all. I came from JC. I started my life here in Singapore in 2008, and as a JC kid and a secondary school kid, I didn't have anything to do. But basically, every day just eat, sleep, go school, and go home. So I didn't have anything to do, and I didn't have any committee to give my life to participate in anything, and my life there was like kind of very empty. So, but something changed. Something has changed me. Like at the end of JC2, I was participating in a lot of events, and that was when I felt that my life was very fulfilling and very meaningful. So who are those people? These are the people. I'm very proud to talk about them. We call ourselves ISD, Raffles Street Dance. We are like a family. They are like a family to me. We are a very small community, but a very, very united. We do everything together. We eat together. We had gone through a lot of pain and hardship together. So I have contributed all my best to this club, and that was when I felt that my life was very fulfilling. But what happened? After JC, right, we all moved on with our life. We all went to different universities around the corners of the world. So Rival Street Dance, my batch, 2012, was no longer there. So I returned back to my alone life. I did everything alone. I had my year one alone. I didn't hang out with anybody. Like most of y'all will know, I didn't appear during my first year because I like doing things alone. I like spending time alone. But why? But life knocked me down again. No, seriously, life knocked me down real bad. So at the time, right, at the darkest moment of my life, I found somebody to rely on. That guy. Guess what he did? He introduced me to this club, Chow Vietnam, and that's when I found back my tribe. I did things there. I found that people here are very nice. They are like a new family to me, to be honest. That was when I got back on my feet. So that was when I decided to run for this thing, for this Chow Vietnam, to contribute, to serve, and to make a change. So that's the reason why I run for this EXCO election. I'll talk about president later. Okay, so this Chow Vietnam group, right, they are like a very nice group of people. I know all of y'all are very nice. Yeah. So okay, but for most of y'all, right, those people who don't know me well, y'all might not know how I do. Like I might look very like a very carefree guy. I don't care so much about things. But for most of you, right, especially when you know me well, right, you'll know that when I'm serious about something, I'm dead serious about it. When I go after something, I will go after it until the end of my life, until I get it. So when serious, like when I'm willing to sacrifice a lot for the people that I care about. I can give you all some example like I have seen a few all-nighters of me doing some work for the person I barely know about because I care about the person, because I want her to pass my duty. To be honest, she's suffering, but I want her to pass. That's why I spend all of my day, all of my night doing summary work for her. I really want her to pass. So, but I am aware dedication and capability are two different things. If I am very dedicated about something, but I have no capability to do it, that's not the point. So capability, right, speaking of which, regarding experience, I am very fortunate. I am fortunate enough to participate in a few events and projects that help me develop my abilities. For example, the first one, in 2008, before I started my life in Singapore as a secondary school student, I managed to be the leader of a group of Nguyễn High School to come here for CIP projects and as an exchange program with Raffles Institution. That was when I realized that I can do this. I can be a leader. I can manage people. Next, I was part of the open house committee when I managed to teach people very basic things, teach people a dance, but it's not that simple because it's very hard to get everybody together. The most important thing I learned about this event was to talk in front of people, speak in front of a few hundred people. Okay, another picture of RJ Open House. Okay, and also in early 2012, I was a member of the organization committee of an RJ annual event, which is called Dance Fest. I also one of the main choreographers of annual Raffles Street Dance concert. So what have they all taught me? They all have taught me the ability to manage and facilitate people. And also the most important thing is I learned how to be a very good team player and listen to people, take feedback. Okay, before I go to plan. Okay, so before I go to plan, right, I would like never mind, go straight to plan. So about my vision with Chao Vietnam, right? My vision, I will follow the ESCO 6 vision. I think those are the most basic things. The two most basic visions are use Chao Vietnam as a platform to bind people together, to bind the people of Chao Vietnam together. And the other one is to promote Chao Vietnam as a very strong and bonding community to SMU and other community as a whole. So what are the plans I have in mind? First of all, after I've gone through an OCSP with
candidate, please come on.
Go on.
Okay. After I've gone through an OCSP with High, I understand the feeling that we have and the experience that we have learned after going through an OCSP event. That's why I'm proposing an OCSP for Chao Vietnam and only for Chao Vietnam members only. This can be done via collaboration with C4SR and the people in my hometown, which I will be able to get few very good projects for it. So this OCSP plan, right, will get people to understand better the feelings and understand the life of those who are less fortunate than us. Okay, next one, I also like to propose a forum where Chao Vietnam can post a lot of queries together. This will be a platform, the unified platform for Chao Vietnam, because right now we're having a Dropbox initiative. We also have a Facebook page, and those are not very connected. We need a platform for everybody to share everything together regarding job opportunities, even lecture notes or those other queries looking for housing or other stuff. So a forum is a very good platform, and we have enough resources and we are capable of maintaining it. Okay, thirdly, I would like to propose a buddy system. Because I come from JC, and I understand that especially those from direct, right, those direct students, they might suffer from language barrier, and other communication, and other cultural difference when they try to adapt to Singapore. So we have a buddy system where a senior will pair up with a junior, a freshman, to help them understand better the life in Singapore and help them with everything that they need. That would be a very good way to get used to the Singapore as well as the SMU environment. Okay, next I have a pro SMU initiative where we try to promote SMU and Chao Vietnam as a whole to those people who are in Vietnam. Because because like as I have learned, right, thanks to our video sharing sessions, the videos of sharing sessions, we get somebody to get interested in, we get somebody to be very interested in Chao Vietnam group, and those are very good points. Okay, and the last one, I want to talk very quickly about concert. Okay, concert, right? Concert is a dream of, okay, they tell me, concert is a dream of Exco 6, and for various reasons, they have not been able to plan one and execute one. So I would like to do this. I would like to carry out the dream for them, like, but not without a few modifications and adjustments. Like we can have a concert at maybe some free space like ACC or other space where, because this is the first one, we can have it small first. This will get all members of SMU Chao Vietnam together. Like they can work together to produce a concert. And I have and in my life I've gone through a few concerts already. So I'm very sure of what we need to do and what we need to basically all the process of having a concert, like all the hardship and pain of having a concert. So this will be a very good platform for us to bind Chao Vietnam members together, and also to promote Chao Vietnam as a community group to SMU as well as other groups around Singapore. So okay, before I end my presentation, I want to talk about why I only run for president. A lot of people and everybody in ESCO has told me to put another choice, put VPE. But no, that's not the way I work. But for me, right, if I want to follow something, I will follow it to the end. I will chase it to the end. I will not change my plan. And that's why I only put president on it. I will follow my plan to the end. For me, it's not about getting a place in ESCO. It's about sending a message. Thank you. And that's all.
I want to show you guys some picture of mine. I hope you can have some idea about myself. Most of my picture, right, it's very unclaimed, and actually it's received more likes than my normal picture. But you know what, I really don't mind, because it's who I am, and if the real me makes people happy, then I'm happy. And I think that it's live up to Chao Vietnam's motto, where it says where smiles spread and smiles gather. To me, Chao Vietnam is a very bonded community, and that is what makes it so different and unique compared to other clubs. And as an active member for the past year, I got a chance to work closely with Exco 6, and I understand the core value of Chao Vietnam, and from that, I can see where it goes for the next year and how I can contribute to it. That's why I'm standing here and running for a president position this year. So firstly, allow me to briefly go through the structure as well as the timelines that I want to have for the Expo 7. So as you can see, under Chao Vietnam, we have two main focus, which are the internal parts and external parts. So, sorry. So for the internal parts, I want to focus on three parts, which is the bridging program, the recreational events, and academic matters. On the other hand, the external events include the career networking day and the workshops like cooking session and Vietnamese lesson. So firstly, internal events. I think that internal events have been an important part and contribute much to the core value of Chao Vietnam. The purpose of internal events is actually bond the different batches of Vietnamese students through the social events, welfares, and also connect the alumni, assisting the newcomers like the bridging and the rec students. Overall, it serves the purpose of making Chao Vietnam a second home to everyone. So I would like to continue on the bridging program because I think that it's very important and useful to help the bridging student to prepare for the entrance to SMU as well as for their future study orientation. For the recreational events, I think that Exco 6 did quite a successful job, especially for the welfare and the barbecue kick-off session. So I wish that I can live up to that standard. Besides the traditional events, there's other events that I also want to keep. Is the celebration on the Lunar New Year's, the Women's Day, as well as the CVN Football Cup. The third point regards the academic matters. So this year I really want to standardize the Dropbox database for sharing of academic related information. For example, notes, slides, past year exams, bidding recommendations. I think that these ideas initiated very long time ago, but it has not yet been accessible and utilized by everyone. So actually, this one is one of the objectives I want to do for Expo 7. The second part is external. So I think that as a subclub under Icon, external also play a very important part in integrating other cultures as well. So besides the annual career networking day with NUS and NTU, I also want to have the cooking session and the Vietnamese class. For the Vietnamese class, it's not only target the people who are interested in learning a new language, but I think it's quite useful for those who are going for the OCSB to Vietnam. Because as I went to the OCSB in Vietnam, right, I feel it could be a more meaningful and helpful experience for my team members if they could have picked up some Vietnamese. So generally, it's the timeline and the important events that I want to highlight. Now I would like to move on to my main points that I want to present today. Personally, one of the best experience in Chào Vietnam for the past 1 year is when I got to perform in my traditional áo dài during New Year in VRC. For Peace Day, I could not perform because I was in outcome. So, although Chào Vietnam is not an arts and cultural clubs like Smokey and ICS, I believe that arts and culture is a very great opportunity to bond people and actually to introduce the Vietnamese culture to other students. And especially Chào Vietnam has a lot of hidden talents who are from EMIX, funk movement, MIC. So I feel like they will be very wasted if we don't discover and let them shine. So this is one of the things that I want to do for Expo 7, which is the musical production, just like what Jason said just now. And the musical production will be held around the 2nd of September in the celebration of Vietnamese Independence Day, and it will held in ACC Hall with a targeting audience of about 100, open to everyone. The reason why I think that this production is it will benefit Chào Vietnam as a whole, because for the performers, it's definitely be a new experience. For the Vietnamese audience, it's the time where they got to meet up their friends, alumni coming back. And also, most importantly, for the foreign students, I think it's a great opportunity to introduce Vietnamese cultures. So that's where I see this musical production is where it bridges the gap between the internal and the external events. So to wrap up everything, I want to reinforce the vision that I have for the Expo 7. I believe that every Expo somewhat leave their footprints on Chào Vietnam through what they did. And the core value and image of Chào Vietnam as it is today is actually the result of the whole process. So if I am to be the next president, I want to sustain and build on that base. I remember the 5th Expo vision is to improve the image of Chào Vietnam in other students. Then the 6th Expo vision is more of the internal purpose, which is to gather everyone to have a family meal and to connect the alumni. So my vision this year is we gather the talents, we bond the Vietnamese student, at the same time we integrate with other cultures through the celebration of performing arts. So having thought about all the plans and ideas, I want to say that why I think I'm ready for this position. Actually, last year I ran for the vice president, but I did not win. And now when I look back, and I'm actually very thankful for that, because I got a chance to try new things, to fail, to learn from mistakes, and actually to see how much I've grown. And I have participated in, and as well as in outcome for several events. And as a leader position, I'm currently serving as the Hon Gen Secretary under Addicted, the head of Polaris workshop team, as well as the OCSB leader. So the reason why I'm saying all of this is that because I believe that a good exco or a good president does not necessarily be the one who have the most experience or who's good at anything. Because every project, every event is a new learning journey, and you have to make new mistakes. You have to deal with new people, and you learn from it. That's why the reason why I think that I'm ready for this position, because I can understand from the point of view of a follower as well as a leader an EXCO member want to be treated and what kind of leader I want to be. And for a bigger reason, I think that it's time for me to give back to Chao Vietnam as well as to Icon for all of the things that they have done, and I want to be a part of it and of making the history. So taking to set up, I really want to take this opportunity to thank the Expo 6 for all your hard work and dedication, for the Icon people who taking your time to come here to the election, and for the rest of the candidates, all of the best. Thank you.
Very good afternoon to members of Chao Vietnam family and the Icon Exco. My name is Minh. I'm a Year 2 SIS student from School Information System, and I'm a presidential candidate. The reasons why you can see in my pictures in that guy smiling in the background of the three beautiful people, ladies. This is not a stunt to self-promote myself, but the reasons why I choose this picture I will talk about more about later. So about me. I'm a normal guy. I like to listen to music, play computer games, and reading books. Very standard answer for when people ask you like, what are your hobbies? But let me tell you something interesting about these facts. Firstly, for music, I listen to a lot of genre of music, but my favorite one should be death metal. Yes. After that, for computer games, actually, I like to play first-person shooter, and I actually can say that I'm quite good at it. One of those persons you can go online as a tryhard who likes to compete and will feel very upset when I lose. And for books, I read a lot of genre, but my favorite one are fictions and slice of life. And my favorite author is actually Haruki Murakami. I own a lot of his. Actually, I own all of his English translated novels, and I do read them from time to time. So while my hobbies can be quite standard, but when you can get to know me in persons, you can discover those interesting facts about me as well. So why do I start? Why do I decided to stand here and run for these elections? Firstly, I guess you can say that it all started with this OCSP that I was the leader. I left Vietnam in a very early age, so I didn't have much chance to understand my country well, to know more about its peoples and to visit a lot of places. So when I finally go and visit, and this is the courtyard that we have built, and I'm very proud of our contributions. I really discovered that I like to contribute. I love to contribute, and I really want to contribute back to my society because I love my country, and I can say that I am one of the most patriotic persons you can find that passionate about my country. Yes. So this is one of the rare events that I managed to attend in Chao Vietnam events, and I find that the community here that we have here is very bonded, a small family that everyone is very friendly, very passionate about this community, and it suddenly dawned to me that when I am here for a foreseeable future, I can start contribute back to this small community before I move on to further ambitions in my life. Oh. Thirdly, is because I have a chance to attend the Peace Day 2014, being the person attending the booth and introducing our culture to the president of SMU, and I find that moment was really a highlight point of me so far in my tenure in SMU, because I had a chance to promote my culture, promote my country to SMU friends, seeing the beautiful ladies in Chao Vietnam dance, presents our culture in such a fascinating events. It is really an eye-opening, and this is one of the things that I really want to promote it further, and yes, and push Chao Vietnam push the Vietnamese culture in Chao Vietnam in SMU even more. So why would you want to elect me as a president, as your president? I can say that I'm a pretty friendly person, even though I rarely my problem is with taking the first initiative. I rarely make the first initiative, but for those who have approached me and interact with me, you can find that I'm a very friendly person. I'm always eager to help, and yeah. So I'm highly responsible for whatever tasks I am asked to do, for whatever projects that I do. I will always do my best, give my utmost best to try and do this. And I'm very accommodating in the sense that I am the person who I am capable of merging people's opinion together, take the step back, see what are the different perspectives, and try to make the best outcome of everything. That, as such, I find that I am a very good supporter. As in, I like to work in the background. I I'm very comfortable working in the background, supporting other people so that they can shine, so that the project will achieve the best. So that actually at first I didn't want to run for the presidential election because this is a leader position and I don't really see myself in the limelight anymore. But then when I find out more about what are the roles of the president, and I find that the president is actually the ultimate supporter. He is the one that will support everyone and push them to the best of their capability, and that's why I think that I can suit these positions. So my vision for Child Vietnam will be encourage. I will continue the Child Vietnam development trajectory that's set by the previous exco. That some of the events that I have identified as the traditional event that will become the staple of Child Vietnam will be barbecue season, tent gathering, building sharing session, and year-end party. Some of these events are newly introduced, and I think that we should build up, we should encourage, and the next expo should help this event even better, and we build up on this foundation so that it's not really a one-off thing, and we can do it in a better way the second time around, so that everyone will, so that this will become the trademark of Child Vietnam when everyone thinks of the highlighting events of the year. The monthly newsletter will be something that I highly want the new exco to do, because for some of the event in Child Vietnam, the notification that came was actually a bit late. That's why I have set aside that's why I couldn't set aside my schedule so that I could attend. And the house everything apply comprehensive view for freshmen. I don't think these are the news. These are the new initiative. However, it has not been pushed, or not many people have been aware of that. And as such, with these two initiatives, we can really help our freshmen who first came here. Like Tao, when she wanted to came to SIS, she actually approached me very early with a lot of questions that I find that is very valuable, and it can be spread for everyone to benefit from. And I would like to encourage greater cultural exchange. It's not only about us sending the culture, presenting our culture to SMU. It's also about we embracing the culture of Singapore, the country that gave us the chance to come here and study, that we'll be living in the for foreseeable futures, especially to the bridging students who haven't stayed here for as long compared to JC kid. And I would like to do this by initiating a few activities that we can explore lesser known sites in Singapore aside from the usual like Orchard or Universal Studio or Changi Village. We can go to Pulau Ubin, where the JC students might have visited before, but the bridging students might not have the chance to do so. And I also would like to promote the image of Child Vietnam through the tradition, to the outside dance team, because I find that it is really a good representation of Vietnamese culture. One of the best piece of culture, one of the best items in our culture, the Vietnamese lady in the outside. A lot of people are interested in that, but they might not know much about the information of those just by the dance alone. So I want us to push it into a more professional way, so that when people of SMU think of Child Vietnam, or people around Singapore, they think of Child Vietnam SMU, they think of the outside team. It's something that will be the unique identity of us that our friends can relate to. And I would like to have also have more activities that encourage contribution from alumni and seniors. I understand that the alumni and seniors have somewhat lost throughout the years. The contribution have somewhat decreased throughout the years, and only from the previous exco that it started to come back. And this is something that I would like to encourage even further, and so that it will it is a gradual process, and it will build a very the solid foundations for the next exco to continue working on. So in sum up, I think that a lot of people, there's two kinds of ambitions. One ambition is to change everything, to bring new things, and to stamp our own image in something that we want to do when we're taking over. But some it just is to consolidate what we have, build a very solid foundations, so that other people or our future generation can build upon. And I'm a believer of the second one. I find that foundation that the EXCO, the 6 EXCO have left us is really solid, but some of the area can be improved because of a new initiative. So that I really want, my vision for the EXCO is to consolidate this foundation even further, because with the solid foundations, we can build anything that we want.